today we have a bodyweight cardio bar workout. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll stack one hand on top of the other, drop your shoulders, tight core, march it out, go right and left, right and left. So nice point in those toes. Use your core to lift your legs, keep those shoulders pulled down, exhale and exhale. So we'll reach our arms up overhead and we'll add a pull. So you'll pull down and down. So squeezing between those shoulder blades. Think about warming up those legs, warming up that core. Nice deep breaths. Good. Breathe and pull. And we'll add a rotation right here. So we'll do opposite elbow, opposite knee, gentle twist of that spine. Just waking up those obliques. Make sure you're breathing. Nice big reach up through the center. Let's finish it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we'll take it into a squat right here. So feet right underneath those shoulders. Sink it back and down into a squat. Weight is in those heels. Nice squeeze of the glutes on the way up. Keep that core lifted for that squat. Beautiful. We're going to take it to a squat walk on the right. So you're going to hold it low and we'll take 2 steps to the right here. 2 steps and then we'll take 2 steps to the left. So your goal here is to keep your hips as low as you can, keeping that core pulled up and in. Good, nice steps, and breathe. Great job. Let's do 2 more right here and hold it low. So just little pulsing squats, 2-inch movement. Weight is in your heels. Breathe and find your lowest point. Awesome job. Keep it going. So we're going to add a pulse right here, lifting that right heel off the floor. Reach those arms up overhead. Sink those hips really low, side to side. So you're just lifting for 2, switch for 2. Lift and switch. Perfect. So keep those shoulders down, hips are down, and we'll just bring it back to that pulse. Hands come to heart center, weight in your heels, get really low. You've got it. And from here, we'll reach down, reaching up overhead. So nice full range squat right here, tapping the floor, reaching up overhead, coming up onto your toes. Get those hips nice and low, big reach at the top. So we're going to take this into a higher impact version, spike up the heart rate. You can always stay right here. This is a great place to be. So go wherever you need to go. We're going to go for about 25 seconds. Get ready, get set, and here we go. So you got a squat jack, tap the floor, and then you jump. So in and out, tap the floor, nice jump at the top. So your goal is to land with a soft knee, keeping that core pulled in, big exhale as we jump up towards the ceiling. There you go. So low impact, you can just take it into a squat and reach, or you can tap it out to the side, reach up overhead. This is a really nice low impact modification. So a step out squat and reaching up overhead. So you've got about 12 seconds left. Let's do as many as you can. Let's go. Awesome. Keep it going. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. So shake it out, breathe, get control of your heart rate. We're going to take it into a lunge with that right leg forward. So get your lunge set up to start. So take a look at that front knee. Make sure it's stacked right over that front ankle. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. And as you rise from your lunge, think about an active squeeze of those legs. So you're squeezing those legs together, activating your inner thighs, outer thighs, glutes. So we're going to lunge and add in that leg lift. So for this one, your leg is not going to get really high, but think about using your glute to lift your leg. So squeezing the glute to lift that leg off the floor. So no momentum here, using that glute strength. Nice, slow control to start. Good, keep it going. Big step back, watch that front knee. And lift, and we're going to reach those arms up overhead, adding in a knee pull. So we're adding in different levels to this one. Feel free to stay whatever level works for you, but we're going to pick up that pace. Here we go. So driving that knee in towards your chest, reaching up overhead. Go, go. Use your core to drive your knee in. Perfect. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're taking it to a single leg burpee. So hands to the floor. You step that right foot back to a plank, step it forward to your lunge, and reach up overhead. So I'm moving pretty fast for this one. Take your time, move at your own pace, but I want you to think about pressing in through your whole hand as you step back into that plank. Perfect. Let's do 2 more right here. Great job. Keep it going. And then we're going to come into a wide plie squat. So for this one, feet are really wide. Toes are at 10 and 2 o'clock. And your knees are going out towards your toes, but not past your toes. Try to get your thighs as close to parallel as you can. I know it's tricky if you have tight hip flexors, tight inner thighs. Think about zipping those legs together. So we're going to hold it low, taking it into a pulsing squat. Arm options can go in front of you, overhead, prayer position, whatever works, but try to get those hips super low, 2-inch pulse right here. You've got it. Awesome. So we're going to hold it low and flare our knees. So knees go back and back, back and back. So drop those hips and think about using your outer thighs to push your knees behind you. There we go. Keep it going. Flare and flare, flare and flare. Good. So we're going to take it into a lateral lunge with a leg lift. So big step out to the side there. Leg will lift out to the side. And think about using your outer thigh to lift your legs. Arms will reach up overhead. Core is still nice and tight. Nice extension at the top. Exhale as you lift. Breathe and reach. Let's do 2 more good ones. And then we're going to tap that leg back at a diagonal right here, reaching those arms up overhead. So tap and lift, tap and lift. This is helping to get the heart rate up, nice and slow, nice and controlled. And then we're going to hold it high, bending that standing leg. So a little bend and lift, bend and lift. So it doesn't matter how high that back leg is off the floor, but I want you to try to challenge that balance right here. So we're going to take it rounded behind you into a curtsy lunge with a knee drive. So this is our cardio blast. You've got about 20 seconds. So you can take it to that curtsy lunge with that knee drive and the hop, or low impact option, you're taking the curtsy lunge and then just lifting the knee. So you don't have to leave the floor, but your goal is to work as hard as you can. Spike that heart rate up, getting that nice cardio benefit right here. Keep it going. You're doing amazing. Let's do about 10 more seconds. Lift and drive. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. So give it a little shaky shake. We're taking it into the lunge combo on the other side this time. So this time your left leg is in front, and watch those knees. Get a setup on that lunge, get that nice 90-degree angle in the front. Watch your shoulders, keeping them stacked right over those hips and zipping the legs up, squeezing the glutes. Perfect. So nice and low, big exhale, squeeze to rise. And then we're going to add that leg lift whenever you're ready. So you'll lunge it and then lifting that back leg off the floor. Big step back, lunge it down, and we lift right here. So same thing, squeezing the glutes to lift the leg. Exhaling on the way up, and it doesn't matter how high that leg gets. Your goal is just to squeeze that booty to get that leg up. Awesome job. Keep it going. Big step back. You lift and squeeze. Perfect. So we're going to take it into that knee drive right here. So knee drives in, arms will reach up overhead. So big extension with those arms. Mine are looking a little floppy right here. So I want you to think about really reaching with those arms and then driving your knee into your chest. So spiking that heart rate up. Core is tight. Pull that knee in as high as you can. Exhale and exhale. And get ready, friends. We're going to take it into that single leg burpee situation. So you're going to take a big step back and then bring that other leg to meet it in the plank, and then step that left foot forward again, and then rise up overhead. So hands plant entirely into the floor, step it back, step it forward, and reach. So once again, I'm moving pretty quickly here, so take your time. Love to see you move more slowly, more methodically, more safely than trying to necessarily match the speed that I'm going right here. So whole hand into the floor, step it back, step it in, reach up overhead. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more really good ones right here. And then we'll meet in our plie squat again. So feet are really wide, toes are turned out. And then just try to take advantage of this full range movement, thinking about squeezing those heels together at the top. So nice squeeze of those inner thighs. Glutes get low. Let's reach those arms up overhead as we rise. So you go down and lift, down and lift. So anytime our arms are farther away from our heart, that's going to get our heart rate up. So that's why this is a great cardio bar workout. We're adding in a lot of arm movement. So we're going to round our back right here, sink it low, and tuck your hips. So you tuck and tuck. So the tuck, you're really thinking about using your core to pull your hip bones up towards your ribs. And you exhale and exhale. Try to keep those hips really low, and we'll pulse it down. Drop and drop. Good. Sink it really low. Option to float those heels off the floor right here. Little balance challenge. You've got it. And we'll take it into that side lunge with that side leg raise. So big step out to the side. Exhale, lift to rise. So try to get the leg that lifts as straight as you can. Really point out through your toes. So you're activating every muscle in that lower body. Exhale and lift. Perfect. Nice full range right here. Sink it low. You rise, down, and rise. We'll take it to that diagonal lift. So tapping it out to the side and lifting, squeezing that glute to lift your leg off the floor. Beautiful job. Deep breaths. Get ready. We'll take it into that knee bend, standing leg. Little bend, extend, bend, extend. So if you feel wobbly, you can always hold on to something for balance. So grab onto a countertop or a chair. If you're finding your balance is getting a little shaky for this one, but really think about bending and squeezing, and then we'll shake it out. Great job. So we're going to take it from here into an inchworm combo. So you're going to step your hands out into a plank position. You got to push up. And then you'll walk your hands back to your feet. Exhale, arms will reach up overhead. So lots of options here. You can take this push up on your knees if that works better for you. You can do this with your hands against the wall, and that will take less pressure off your core. So I'm just walking my hands up a pretend wall right now to show you, and then you walk your hands back and you'll rise. So squat and rise. So lots of ways to go with the inchworm. So take whichever one works best for you. But your goal is to keep your spine really long and straight. So you walk your hands out, spine is long, neck is long, bend those elbows, squeeze your chest to rise, and then you'll walk your hands back. So take your time on this one, no rush. Think about keeping that core active the entire time. Good, and breathe. Take it down to one more plank, and then we'll add a mountain climber right here. So you're just driving your knees in towards your chest. Core is tight. Little cardio blast, friends. You've got it. And if you have your hands on the wall or a countertop, you can do these mountain climbers right there. So just driving those knees in and in. Good. And we'll take it to our knees. From here, you've got a nice plank. Just hold it, squeeze. You can take that full range plank, whichever works for you. Lots of options. And then we'll sit it back to child's pose. Great, great job. So we've got a side plank series right here. So we'll head into our side plank. You can drop that bottom knee if you need to, but you're just reaching that right arm overhead, and you're going to tap that right leg with your right arm. So as you chop towards that top leg, think about really using your oblique to lift that leg. And you'll exhale to chop, exhale to chop. So don't be afraid to modify it this one. And then we're going to add in a knee bend extend. So knee comes in towards your chest, elbow comes in, and then your arm reaches up over your ear. So exhale, inhale, reach. Exhale, inhale, reach. Perfect. So nice full range. Beautiful job. And then we're going to head into a plank. So you're just holding that forearm plank right here. You can take any variation that you like, maybe some hip dips. That's what I'm doing. Some knee bends. But think about really lifting up through that core and breathing. Drop your shoulders. Watch your neck. Make sure it's not just hanging. And we'll take a break, taking it into side plank on the other side. So for this one, left arm reaches up. You can take it in full plank. You can drop that bottom knee, whatever works for you, but we're chopping that left leg with that left arm. So you're going to exhale, lift, and chop. Exhale, lift, and chop. Good. So nice deep breaths. Think about using that oblique to help lift your leg. Nice full range movement, and we'll add in that knee bend, extend, bend, and extend. Perfect. So reaching up over the ear. Knee comes in towards your chest. So good. And then from here, friends, we're going to take it onto our backs. So we'll finish out with some hip dancing just to get into those glutes one last time. So we're going to take our hips up to their highest point in the ceiling. Feet are about hip width apart. So you're just pressing your right hip up towards the ceiling. So little lift and lift, lift and lift. So just squeezing that right glute to lift that right hip bone up towards the ceiling. Looking good. Keep it going. Here's 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to take it to a combo. So you're going to drop your hips, you lift, and 2 flares. Flare. So drop and lift, 2 flares. So take your own time at this one, but you're dropping your hips all the way and then lifting up and then squeezing out through those knees. So using those outer thighs, and you flare, flare. Drop and lift, flare, flare. So get those hips up as high as you can. And then we're just going to do the left side this time. So little lifts of that left hip, little lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. Great job. Keep it going. So we're doing both sides towards the ceiling, little lift and squeeze option to come up onto those toes, reaching those arms out in front of you. Lots of choices. Get up as high as you can. Good. Lift and squeeze, squeezing those hips to their highest point. Go, friends. So good. And we're going to take it full range. So you're going to tap the floor and you lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. So you can stay here with feet wide or you can zip your legs together, gluing everything together. Good. Lift and squeeze, Feel those inner thighs on fire right here. 3, 2, and release it. So we'll hug our knees into our chest. Rock and roll yourself up into your seat, and we're going to take it into a C-curve spine. So you're going to lean back, and you're going to create a nice, gentle curve in your spine. Hands come to heart center, and we're just rotating side to side. So as you rotate, think about using your obliques to twist you each direction, keeping those shoulders down. So you're not moving your arms, you're moving through your torso. And we'll hold it on the right side, little twist and twist. Option to float that right leg off the floor. Hands can come up overhead for an extra challenge right here. So good. Keep it going. And we'll come back through center. So we'll just come up an inch, back an inch, up an inch, back an inch. So hand position, they can be at your heart, in front of you, up overhead. Go wherever you need to go. But try to make this controlled, and as you exhale to lift, pretend like someone's pushing on your stomach. So we'll take that tiny lift over to the left side this time. Little twist and twist. Lots of options. You can stay here. You can add that leg. You can add those arms. Really think about twisting and twisting. Good job. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Good. So we'll just take a nice, easy stretch right here. So gaze up towards the ceiling, drop your shoulders, stretching out the front of your abdominals. And we'll take a twist over to that right side. So the left arm will cross over. Keep that posture really tall. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Switching sides. So right arm will come across, twisting over to the left. Gaze goes over that left shoulder. Make sure you're breathing. Come back through center. Slowly, carefully. Come onto your knees, right foot will step forward, reach those arms up overhead, gently pressing those hips forward, opening up that hip flexor. Take your hands to the floor, lean it back, straightening that front leg as much as you can. Nice hamstring stretch right here. Relax those shoulders. Can slide that heel a little bit more forward. And we'll switch sides. So stepping the left foot forward, reaching up overhead, pressing through those hips, stretching out the top of that hip flexor. Hands will come to frame your foot, lean it back, straighten that front leg as much as you can. Drop your shoulders, drop your chest, straightening out that hamstring. Nice stretch for the back of the legs right here. We'll bring both feet back to meet each other, press it back into a downward facing dog. So pressing into your whole hand, pressing those hips back. You can walk your dog out and then slowly, carefully walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees and we'll roll it up. Your head is the last to rise. Take a nice big inhale, reach up. Exhale, blow it all away. One more deep breath, inhale, reach up, hands meet in the middle, bring them in toward your heart. And a little clap for you. Thank you so much for working out with me today.